What's up, my people? It's good to be back. I've not been able to put out a video for like 1 week now, and that is actually down to some situations that are way, way beyond my control. But I am back now to do what I love doing most, putting out videos on this platform, ensuring that I engage with you guys as much as I can. So thank you for sticking by me. Thank you for all the subscriptions. Thank you for all the likes, the comments, everything. Thank you for everybody that's followed me through my Instagram page, my TikTok page. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is a preview for my game, Chelsea's game rather, against Aston Villa. And let's just go into it. So Chelsea versus Aston Villa. That should be the last game on Saturday, 27th December. And it's going to be a very difficult game for Chelsea. Of course, everybody knows that Aston Villa, they are not smiling this season, no. And sorry, with that in mind, we just need to prepare for this game in the best way possible, because Aston Villa is not like they are playing the best football in the world or something like that, but they are, I would say, they are the most clinical team in the world currently. 10 wins from their last 10 games. That is evidence of how good they have been this season. I think their last loss, or the last game where they dropped a point, was the game against Liverpool where they lost 2-0. And even before that game against Liverpool, they were on a 7-game winning run before they lost against Liverpool. And then they continued that run. Now with 10 games, 7 of the games are in the Premier League, and I think the other 3 are from the Europa League or the big EFL Cup. I don't know where they're playing, but okay, the Europa League, yes. So that is a very, very good form from Aston Villa. And we know inside their 7-game winning run in the Premier League, they've beaten Arsenal. They've beaten the almighty Arsenal. They beat Man United last weekend. And then coming up against Chelsea, it's looking like a game they believe within themselves that we go wipe Chelsea. But God no go gree. So that's why I'm here to tell these Aston Villa guys that this is going to be a game where they'll drop their points, their first points in 7 Premier League games. Okay, it will be the 8th game. So they'll be dropping their first points in 8 games on like in this game against Chelsea. They no go fit escape am. But that's if my Chelsea people will agree. But yes, we need to win this game against Aston Villa. They are a very good team. Morgan Rodgers is having a very good season. We saw his brace against Manchester United last weekend. 2 very good goals. And one thing about that guy is that you should not even give him chance to play, because the moment you allow Morgan Rodgers the opportunity to play freely to his strengths, is going to cause you a whole lot of problems. So that's one thing we should have in mind. Try as much as possible to keep Morgan Rodgers out of this game, and you will even have like a good chance to get something meaningful or even the win from the game. So it's not going to be an easy game for Chelsea. The good thing is that Chelsea do not have any injury issues. Liam Delap, who got a dislocated shoulder in Chelsea's few weeks ago, actually, is back and he's in contention to play this game. Even though Liam Delap has not even been so convincing, even when he was available to play, but it's good to have him back, because we do not know the game where he's going to come and pick his form and start doing well for us. So we need everybody to actually be available for us to play these games. So another person who is back is Estava Willian. We did not see him in the EFL Cup, Abi Carabao Cup's quarterfinal against Cardiff. That was the game we expected him to even start, but we did not see him in the game. And later on, it was announced that he had a minor injury. So, and also the game against Newcastle over the weekend, he was not also available in that game. But the good thing is that he's back fit for this Aston Villa game. Everybody is actually available for Chelsea, apart from the obvious Romeo Lavia and Levi Colwill, who are long-term absentees. But apart from that too, every other person is back. So I believe with the available squad we have, they are strong enough to play against this Aston Villa team and then come out with something very tangible, with all 3 points against Villa. Although it's not going to be an easy game, but I believe we are able to, we are capable of doing this. And then Chelsea would also want to be that team that stops Aston Villa's winning run. Man, these guys are 7 points ahead of Chelsea currently. Aston Villa, third position in the Premier League table, 7 points. They are actually creating a gap between the top three and the fourth place, then fifth place downward. 7 points. If they get a win against Chelsea now, that will be stretched to 10 points. I don't know when Chelsea will be able to cover 10 points. So we actually need to start reducing that gap now, and this is the perfect opportunity playing against them. So win this game against Villa, reduce the points to 4 points, or lose, and the gap will be stretched to 10 points, which we cannot actually afford. So it's actually a very, very, very important and serious game for us. Robert Sanchez will be starting in goal for Chelsea. Obviously, he's been very, very good this season. 8 clean sheets for the season. That's actually evidence to how good he has been this season. And also the contribution of the defense is not left out, because if the defense if they are not actually performing so well, Robert Sanchez will not be able to accumulate the number of clean sheets he has currently. So it's a good thing that at least he's building his confidence and he's trying as much as possible to be on a top level. So very good season for Sanchez so far. And then the centre-back partnership of Trevoh Chalobah and Wesley Fofana has been good as well. At least you see the chemistry, you see the understanding between two of them. When the other moves forward to join the midfield, you see that the other one on his own will move back. And that is what you get when your defenders are understanding themselves. So we are also expecting to see that centre-back partnership again against Aston Villa. And then right back, we will have Malo Gusto. Obviously, his ability to run the channel, move front, and revert back when there is need to defend is actually very crucial to how we play now. And then Marc Cucurella, who has also been good this season, doing the same. Likewise, Malo Gusto is doing that running of channels, moving forward, joining the defense over the left flank. And then in midfield, in recent weeks now, we have had Reece James playing constantly in midfield. And to me, personally now, I feel like we even have one right back now, because I'm starting to remove Reece James from my head as a right back. I now see him more as a central midfielder, and that is good. If that is all we need to keep him fit, it's not like he's not doing well. He's been performing exceptionally well in midfield. So if this is what we need to keep Reece James fit, we should just maybe in January look for a right back, so that we'll know that we have found another permanent position for Reece James in midfield. That means he does not even need to play in the right back again, whether Malo Gusto is starting or not. Another person can actually be in the right back position. So my humble opinion, Chelsea should consider buying another right back and allowing Reece James to play freely in that midfield. He will now become a midfielder for us. Yes. So Reece James in midfield. Then, because this Aston Villa team, they usually play in midfield. Their play is usually revolved around their midfield. That's midfield partnerships of Tielemans, Onana, and what's that other guy's name? Abubakar Kamara. Yes, those three guys, they're very physical midfielders. Tielemans is very physical and technical as well. So we need that physicality also in our own midfield to battle them. And at least that midfield partnership of Reece James and Moses Caicedo will do us a lot of good coming up against these guys. And then I don't know if Enzo Fernandez will be able to start this game, or he will drop to the bench just like he did in the game against Newcastle. So I expect to see Reece James and Moses Caicedo in midfield. Cole Palmer as the number 10. Information also came out during Enzo Maresca's press conference that Cole Palmer is available to play 90 minutes. He's been able to get into the team quietly and slowly, and his fitness has already gone up significantly. So it's a good thing that he's able to play for 90 minutes. The outcome or how games work out will now determine if there is need to allow him play the duration of the game, or if there is need to remove him at some point in games. But the good thing is that he's fit and physically okay. Very good. So I would also like to see Alejandro Garnacho on the left-hand side, left flank, and then Pedro Neto on the right flank, then Joao Pedro. Basically the same lineup that even started against Newcastle. But I feel like Estava William coming back from an injury. This is not a good game for him to even start. He can come on as a substitute in the second half and hopefully make an impact. But we should start this game with the strongest possible 11. If Enzo Fernandez does not start this game, I don't actually have plenty problems because he has not really been playing well in recent games. So I think he also needs that rest. So and this James' ability to play in midfield gives him that opportunity to stay out of the team or come into the games from maybe the halftime as a substitute. So it's a good thing, and we can actually do with that extra energy coming from the bench in some games. So it's not entirely bad. I like the idea. Everything we should be focused on. Enzo Maresca. Maresca! Everything we should be focused on is how to beat Aston Villa. Unai Emery has proven to be that manager that usually finds a way to disturb the big boys, the big teams. So, and then with this, their newfound form, chemistry, energy, and everything, those people, they know they agree for anybody now. So, Unai Emery go on do a strong team, but God no go gree. God no go gree for them. But then I expect to see a very tough game. Aston Villa are doing perfectly well. I'm not even going to lie. Emiliano Martinez in goal. He's been actually good this season. Ezra Konsa and Pau Torres as their two centre backs. Crazy partnership. They have been good this season. They have been consistent. Matty Cash has been one of the best players in his position in the Premier League this season as well, popping up with an important goal against Manchester City. Who else did he even score against this season? But he has been good. He has been good. Then their left back was Lucas Den, or sometimes Seb. I think in recent games they have been using Ian Maston as their left back, and he's also been doing good. Then their midfield partnership of Onana, Amadou Onana, Abubakar Kamara, and then Yori Tillemans, and they even have options from the bench. Emiliano Buendia, Rose Barkley, who else again from that their bench? They have plenty people. Then in the attack, as the number 10, Morgan Rodgers, Oli Watkins as the main striker. John McGinn sometimes he's a midfielder, but he plays from the flank, so usually plays from their left flank. John McGinn, and then they have Jadon Sancho from the bench, and who else is even playing for them? I can't remember the next person that plays from their left flank, but generally Aston Villa are very incredible currently, and it will actually take a lot of effort, discipline, and good play from Chelsea to beat this Aston Villa team. But I believe my boys can do it. I believe we can do it because it's not going to be funny if we go 10 points behind Aston Villa. I don't know when we'll be able to overtake them again. So let's get this win. Let's get this win. We are playing at home. We have that advantage, even though it's not even going to matter that much, but at least it's going to matter a little. So let's get this win against Villa and try to remove unnecessary, stupid mistakes from our game, because that has been one of the things that cost us games sometimes. So if we're able to remove these small mistakes and holding on to the ball sometimes for long periods, I think we are good to go. But let's see how the game goes. I strongly believe Chelsea will stop this their winning run. Let's stop this their winning run. Let them suffer small. Let them lose points small. But kudos to Aston Villa. They started off the season not so well. I think their first 4 games of the season, they did not even score a single goal. They were just drawing 0-0-0-0. And I think they even lost a game in that period. So to be able to now gather all these wins, to be able to win games, score goals and all of that is actually a good thing for them. But not against Chelsea. It's not going to happen. So let's see how it goes. Let me see what you think about this Chelsea and Aston Villa game in the comment section. You can drop your scoreline predictions. Let's see how it goes. Thank you. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, I beg, Biko. I need all the subscribers in the world right now. Please do subscribe. Thank you. And I'll see you soon.